Fa-la-dee-a-dee-a, 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 lo. Sign, rookity-cookity-cookity-cook, sign, fa-la-dee-a-dee-a, lo. I pranced around on an outdoor wooden stage doing my best impression of a rooster while I sang that song. My 78-year-old, 6'4", Tom Selleck, handsome father, stood next to me, telling a German folk tale about a man selling roosters who changed from being mean to being kind when he listened to a little boy. We were on the storytelling stage of the Barberville, Florida 2001 Fall Jamboree. Our tandem telling was a hit. As we drove home, spilling over with joy about our experience, I looked at an index card my father had taped to the bottom of his rear view mirror. In his meticulous cursive, he had written, "Storytelling is the sharing of caring." It's never too late to decide to become the person you were meant to be. My heart swelled with gratitude for my dad, for the friendship I had with him, for getting to tell stories with him. That day in Barberville when I was 53 is precious to me. That day almost never happened. It was a long, hard journey to get there. Let me tell you about the day 3 years before when I was 50 that made telling the rooster story with my father possible. I don't want to go. Stop asking me. I sat across from my sweet-faced, silver-haired mother at the green formica table in her sunny yellow kitchen. She was trying to convince me to go see my father before he had open heart surgery the next day. I had not seen or talked to my father for 5 years. After decades of him criticizing and bullying members of our family, I cut him out of my life when I was 45. It became my mother's mission to rejoin my father and I. Her name was Irene, which means peace. I'm concerned you'll always regret it if something happens to your father and you haven't made things right with him. I didn't make things wrong, Mom. My mother reached across the table and wrapped her hands around my hands. I know your father's been difficult, and things in our family have been messy. There's love in your father and you trying to get out. We need to let people be who they are now and not hold them to who they were then. I yanked my hands away. You're overly optimistic, Mom. People don't change. Then, my mother pulled out her big guns. I'll be afraid for your soul for the rest of your life. I didn't want my mother worried about my soul for the rest of her life. So, 2 hours later, I sat stiff and alert in a straight-back chair in a pale green private hospital room, listening to the beep, beep, beep of a heart monitor.